Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome back. Due to overwhelming demand and a flood of comments in the comment section yesterday, we must do it. You guys asked for it, so here it is. Yesterday we watched the M53, M55 have a fantastic game, and I mentioned in that replay that it was not the top damage game played, that there was an Object 261 game that was the top damage game. And so you guys said, well, why can't we watch that game? So here it is. And it's a player that is, I should say, proficient at artillery gameplay. He's got 3 marks on his barrel. He does not go to the typical A1, A2, A3. He goes to this position. He knows the positions. He knows what to do. And this particular game is one of the highest damage games played in an SPG, including if you go back to patch 1.13 where the artillery was nerfed. Okay? I mean, including pre-nerf results. This is, you know, we all know that artillery has been nerfed heavily. He's playing the Russian artillery, which in my opinion is the best tier 10. It's the most accurate, it's the fastest aiming, it's the best at counter battery, because the shell arrives so fast. Even though it has a low arc on its shell, even in city maps it seems to just work. It's just the best, and it's the most accurate. Look at these shots. Now, how much damage is he going to do, and how much is he going to affect this game? It's just crazy. And this guy posted his result. He said he just wanted to illustrate how, even after this nerf, how much of a difference you can make in the battle if you just think a little bit when you're playing. You know, it's not, because yesterday we talked about old people with cognitive issues, like or disabilities or handicaps that play in SPGs because they can't play the other stuff. Let's look at this shot here. Yes, Papa Dan. Guys, this is the best SPG in the game for tier 10. Right? It just aims in, like, it aims faster than some heavy tanks. And it doesn't have the full arc on the gun. You have to. Some people think, well, the British one's better because it has or the French one because it doesn't have to traverse its hull. But even though you traverse the hull, look, okay, you traverse this hull, it's aimed. Doesn't matter. You can traverse your hull and it aims like that. Watch. Okay, this guy, this Burask makes a mistake there. So, anyways. So we talked about different why people play SPGs. And this guy posted this and said, well, if you just use your brain, and on some maps where you might think it's difficult, like on this map, a beginner or just the average SPG player would say, well, the only place I can shoot is down the 1-2 line, down the valley. Right? But this guy has many different angles that he takes. He started the game on the 4 line because he knew that people would go down that lake road. Now there's a lot of people in the city, and even though this does not have the high trajectory, look, he can just shoot people in the city. And, some of the buildings are going to get in the way, but look at this. It's the best one. It's the best SPG. He's going to clear the houses, and he is going to say, boop. Hit 309 on an E100. And this is just 45 pen, 800 HP alpha. And he rolls 309, kind of missing the E1. He missed the E100, rolled 309. It's RNG. RNG. It's easy for you and me. It's crazy. That's the way it is. What's he doing now? I don't know. He's reloaded and he's left the game. We'll just keep watching. Just the amount of damage he does is ridiculous. He's done 2,065 so far with 1,417 assist. Okay, doesn't have a target, and he's lost connection. No, he hasn't. Just watch. He has targets there. The UDES, the FV. He could be playing this game, but he's decided not to. Maybe he had to go answer the phone, or he had to go, someone came to the door. The E-100 is rolling in. His team is going, why isn't he shooting? Oh, he's going, oh, whoa. Okay, he's back. He took his break. He's back. He's going to shoot the E-100. How much damage can he do on an E-100? Boom. 265. And he tracks it. And he gets the stun assist. Okay, so if you guys have not played before the nerf, I did some videos on SPGs and I said the best SPG line is the American line. Oh, and he could counter battery. Look at the enemy SPG is right there, but he shoots the shit barn because that's a big juicy target. On a direct hit, he's gonna pen, and he did 706 because the shit barn has no armor. There it is. There's the enemy SPG, and the enemy SPG has not moved. Oh, yes, he is, but he could do it. You could do it. You could do it. You could do it. Is he going to go for the Burask? He goes for... Oh, and the tree's down. There's another enemy there. Who's he going to shoot? The Burask? Very careful on who he picks. Direct hit. And he could have killed the enemy SPG. Neither of these guys are counter-battering each other. Anyways, so I said that the American SPG line was the best, and it's still, I think, as a whole, one of the best. But after nerf, I think I mentioned this in the video I did after the nerf, that the Russian one is just simply the tier 10 Russian one is simply the best now. You can disagree with me or argue with me or have your own opinion, but that's my opinion. This one, for all the reasons I gave, it's just so consistent. So consistent at dealing out the damage, so accurate, so fast aiming. It actually maneuvers fast. The only downside with this one is it doesn't have a lot of shells compared to say the British one has more shells, I think. So with Clan Wars, those in Clan War games where a lot of times for the first 4 or 5 minutes, the teams are just hiding and getting ready to make a maneuver. The SPGs have a lot more time to just lob shots, blind shots at known positions. So in Clan Wars, people tend to take the British one, and they shoot places where, like in Clan Wars, 5 or 6 heavy tanks will just hide in a certain area, waiting for directions from the guy who's calling the battle. And there's a lot of blind shots that SPGs shoot to try and just do some damage. And you want one that that has more ammunition, right? That can just lob more shots. And also, funny enough, in Clan Wars, there's a lot of heavy tanks and medium tanks just sitting still until the commander, the commander will say, okay, heavy tanks go to A7 and wait for instructions, and they all go there, and he says, and don't get spotted, right? And then the SPG from above sees one of them knock over a tree, and so, let's see, is he going to blind? No. So there'll be a tree knockdown, and then the British one can just shoot. And funny enough, in Clan Wars, all the heavy tanks are sitting still. And the shell from the British SPG takes like 7 seconds to get there, but none of them move, and they hit, and they do a lot of damage. Whereas in regular battles, just move. Right? If you notice a British SPG on the enemy team, just never sit still. If you get spotted, move. He'll miss, right? Because the shell takes so long to get there. This thing, when you get spotted, you don't have time to move. The shell gets there so much faster. So in pub games, this one's better than the British one. It just is. In Clan Wars, the British one I think is better. Look at that. Do you see how fast he aimed that? He was aiming, adjusting. The guy was coming over the hill, and he just aim, shoot, bullseye. Okay, come on. Can he shoot the Panther? Shoot the Panther. And why don't you take out the enemy SPG? It would really help your team, but he's going for the tanks instead. Now, can he possibly hit that? Yeah. Did you see the oblong? It's a Russian oblong. Ellipse? Is it called an ellipsoid? Right? The little dotted thing, it's an ellipsoid. What's a Russian ellipsoid? The Russian ellipsoid, the shell goes right bullseye. Right? The ellipsoid is like 5,000 meters across. Right? It's a Russian ellipsoid. Watch. See? The Russian ellipsoid. It's because the trajectory is not high. It's so low, it looks like a big ellipsoid, but it's coming at such an angle, it's going to hit. It's just the best SPG, guys. Okay, you can argue with me. And I don't know why he didn't take out the enemy SPG. I would have. But maybe he thinks that would be wasting a shell, because he's only got 4 shells left. Oh, this good shot. This could be a good shot. This could be a very good shot. This could be a very good shot. Oh. And he moves in case he's going to get counter-batteried. And that was beautiful. But they are losing. Is this going to be a loss? I read your comments yesterday, all you old people that play SPGs. Oh, you're here. You're back again. He's got 3 shots left. Where's he going to go? I wouldn't go up there. You're just going to get yourself spotted, buddy. You're out of position. I'm not sure what the strategy was for that maneuver. Maybe he thought he was playing a medium tech, but he has nobody. Like, he's got the charioteer on the corner there. Okay. Look how fast he aims. Russian oblong. Ah. It's a Russian ellipsoid. Just shoot. He doesn't want to waste a shot on 38 HP. I'm not sure. It's because he only has a few shells left. Take the shot. Take the shot. He's worried about missing this shot. It is a difficult shot. You see this part of the... it could hit here. And just... because there's a ledge right there. It's a very difficult shot. So he's smart. Okay, now take him out. Come on. He could take him out, but he's not going to. He's only got the 3 shots, so he's being very careful. There you go. Patience! Only an old guy could do that, right? A 12-year-old couldn't do that. A 12-year-old would have shot all his shots by now. Oh, I hate SPGs. The patience to hold on to your shot. He didn't waste the shot on the guy cresting the ridgeline. Because he knew it was a low percentage shot. Now watch this. Just aim. Russian ellipsoid. Fire. Boom. Well done. Okay, you can't argue with it, guys. You can't argue with it. Fantastic game. Just a superb gameplay. And let's check the post-game stats. AdamX65 from the No Mix clan. Shout out to you guys. Look at this list. And he gets 6,945 damage, which is one of the highest damage results ever playing SPGs. And funny, if you sort by XP, he finished 2nd. That was a hell of a battle. There was another complaint yesterday. You guys are just complainers. You said, why did we only get 1 game yesterday? Usually you show us 2 games. All right, fine. So we'll watch 2 games, which means you complainers, you ended up with 3. 1 yesterday and 2 today. 3. And who would have guessed that the top 2 games played in damage-wise in SPGs this patch, so far this patch, are both Object 261s, and they're both on this map, and they're both from the same spawn. Who thought that Lakeville was such a great SPG map? I didn't know. And if you look at the top results for SPGs, the Object 261 kind of dominates. It doesn't have all the top results. That M53, M55 was one of them. I think that was the 3rd highest result. The top 2 are Object 261s. And there's a bunch of other ones, but... Okay, we'll watch another one. Well, deja vu all over again. Oh look, there's a... See, now this is a very difficult shot. But it's Russian ellipsoid. And what kind of ammo does this guy have? I'm just going to check here. Okay, this guy's completely different setup. He's got... Okay, now you see what this guy's done? He has the ammunition that does not stun. 56 pen 1000 damage. So he's got higher alpha on this ammo. And very little splash radius and no stun. This is the other ammo. The first guy played with the ammo that stuns. Why would he do this? Most people don't use this ammo on any of the SPGs, or they just carry a few. Because if you miss with this ammo, you do 0. But if you hit... if you hit, you'll do much more damage with it. Why is this guy got look at his loadout. Nothing but, that was the other SPG that fired, nothing but this. Damage radius 5 meters. Remember in the previous game? Damage radius, was it 10? Why? Well, I'll tell... Oh, he's taking another blind shot. And he hit! Holy smokes, this guy... he hit the other SPG. Or maybe he hit something else. He would have killed the SPG if he hit it. So why? Because this Object 261 is the most accurate SPG in the game. It just is. Is he going to take blind shot? Another direct hit. So there's more than just an SPG sitting there. The counter battery missed. Because this is the most accurate SPG in the game, he can afford to load the ammo that has a much smaller splash radius, knowing that his shots are so accurate, he will typically hit, even when you have Russian ellipsoid. That first shot he took, the ellipsoid was so wide, so oblong, so big. Most SPGs, the shell would land somewhere in there, and if it's further than 5 meters, you roll 0, right? Because he's using the other. But this one, direct hit after direct hit, direct. It's programmed that way, guys. It's just the way it is. You can figure that out in your mind and justify it however you want, but basically that's what the game says, that this thing hits, and a lot of the other SPGs don't. Like, if he misses now, he'll do 0 damage. Let's see if he actually misses. No. This could easily be a 0 damage game so far with these shots he's taking, okay? Let's keep watching. Any miss, he will roll 0. Let's watch. Other SPG track this guy so he can take a direct shot. Oh, direct hit, 531. So far, he has hit every shot with this ammo that has the smaller stun radius. We're going to check in the post-game stats because he only got 20 shots. How many direct hits and how many near misses there were. Usually when you look at SPG post-game stats, it's 18 shots, 3 hits. The rest is a result of splash damage, right? It'll be interesting to see what his result is. Okay. Here we go. It's getting a different angle. Getting a different angle. I guess he knows the angles here. Okay. He wants to do this. Yes, smart. Okay. Can he? Behind the house, there's no way he can make this shot. It's gonna hit. There's no way. Impossible. Papatanya. Impossible. Are you convinced that this is the best SPG? Should I call it, what's the name of the video? Best SPG in the game? Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna call this video. Maybe a clickbait title, because if I put the word SPG in the title, a lot of non-SPG players won't click the video because they'll be angry already, and that's impossible. Are you a believer now? Guys, are you believers now? It's just programmed that way, okay? It has nothing to do with the visual. It has nothing to do with the shape of the thing and it's just the program, okay? The program says Papatanya. Is it that difficult to understand? Look at that Grillet. He's lost a lot of HP now. There's no way he can hit this shot. No way. Absolutely no way. No way. No way. Direct hit. Here's a question. Why doesn't he load nothing but armor piercing? Why does he load nothing but armor piercing if this is the case? Well, because, you know, armor piercing, it will still bounce sometimes if you hit the 334 pen armor piercing at a shallow trajectory. If you hit the front of some of the heavy tanks, you bounce. A lot of times you're hitting the front of the tanks or the turrets. It's just not good enough. So I think this is the right ammo choice for this SPG. It's beautiful. Let's see how... Okay. The AMX-30 has lost some HP. Like, it's impossible. How can he be so consistently accurate with his shots? No. Wow. The Bad Chat artillery is very upset, as he typed in chat. Because I guess, what, did he get counter-batteried or did he get detected? Bad Chat, you should have played a Russian SPG. Do you have pixel, Yuri? No, don't even shoot it. There's no splash. Don't shoot it. Is he going to take a blind shot? If he takes a blind shot, this is we'll remove this from the statistically. That's a miss on purpose, okay? He just fired that. Let's keep track. That was one miss on purpose. I want to see how many shots he actually hit that he aimed. Okay, he knew he would miss that. He wanted to just take a shot and relocate. He just did it. Right? He didn't aim at a target there. That was behind the house. So one of the misses, I'm going to call on purpose. Wanted to splash him. 5-meter splash. I don't even know if he did any damage. Now this might be a blind shot. Nope. Oh, yes. On the move shot. Oh, he's very patient. He's very patient, guys. That T-55A is smart. He's trying to stay arty safe. He's got... Look, very patient. And now he's got a T-95 he can shoot. Marty's barking. Alright, Marty. It looks like it's time for Marty's walk. Spot T-95 and kill him, says Object 261. Yeah, he's just telling his team how to play the game. That's good advice. Spot T-95 and kill him. Why not just do that? On the move. That was a miss. I'm going to use that was on the move. Those were two that were legitimate, like they had no chance of hitting. I mean, I'm not trying to stack the statistics. I'm just saying that was a very, you know, if you take 10 shots on tanks on the move, I'm talking about stationary targets that he fully aimed. How many of the shots hit? As a gauge of how accurate this gun is, right? Stationary or very slow targets, how many of them actually hit? Kind of tells you, should he have this ammunition? You know, it's a Russian oblong. There's no way this can hit. It's red. It's just no way. Okay, so two of the shots we're gonna miss no matter what. Let's look at these statistics. Panzer General from the Stale clan. Shout out to you guys. Look at this list. 6,562 damage. Now let's look at the report here, guys. He took 16 shots. Like, this is it blows my mind, right? I said 2 were a miss. He took 16 shots. He hit 15. Including those 2 shots. The one on the move he clearly missed. We saw the last shot he took in the game. On that tank on the move, he missed. We clearly saw that was a miss. That's the only shot he missed. All other 15 shots he hit, including the one where he nuzzled right up to the blind shot he took on the guy, nuzzled right up to the building. That guy must have been poking, and he actually hit that shot. He hit 15 out of 16 shots. That's insane, right? So that's why he loaded that other ammunition. So something for USPG players, if you're playing this Object 261, load the number 2 day ammo. Unless you're doing a stun mission, you know, and you have to get stun damage because you notice he did not get any stun. Let's look here. No stun assist, right? Player's assist, the 480 is on tracking damage. So you don't get a lot of assistance damage. So when you sort by, but he still got top in XP. So we learned something and we had some fun and it was interesting. So 3 SPG games, right? We're gonna take a break from SPGs now, maybe some in the future, but I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you're enjoying the content, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate it. Help the channel keep growing, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.